Hello, Internet. It's been a few days since I streamed, actually. I've been very busy with some self-directed work, which has been really, really nice. So I'm calling this one Action. Oh, I meant to call it Wealth Warrior, actually, like an hour ago when I was like, I'm going to stream in an hour. That's what I said. And I went to write down the title. I was like, what did I think? Whatever, we're calling it Action. I read this book by Steve Chandler called Wealth Warrior. Very inspiring. Opening book. I don't know if that's the word. Very inspiring book that's really helped me open up and shift my perspective. And actually hadn't read a book in like maybe 2 months or so. So it's nice to read a book again. Every time I get a book I like, I plow through it. I read it in like 3 days. But there's a quote from Werner Erhard in there that I read on stream, I think last week, where I don't think I have it quite memorized yet, but something along the lines of, it's important for you to understand that the only way of impacting life is action. Life doesn't care what you commit to, what you intend to do, what you think about doing, and certainly what you want. All life responds to is action. And that quote was really powerful because it's true. You know, oh, there's a big dog poop pile. Talk about action. Pooping dogs. It's true. You know, I think you can live out worlds and lies in your mind all you want, but for as long as you don't take steps towards that life, it exists in your mind. So for the past couple days, I've been very busy with two things, really. One is shooting and editing a music video for She's an Angel, which I'm about halfway through. Very excited. I think it's looking real good. And the other thing is getting the book together for the album that we're releasing. So I'm not releasing a traditional album with these 5 songs we recorded, in the sense that we're not going to put it on a CD, because I've come to realize and accept and embrace that in 2023, people don't listen to music on CDs. And in fact, I'll share this story shift for you, where for a long time I chose to be stuck, particularly in the frustration of nobody buys music, or it's hard to sell music. Because one thing I'm pretty certain of, I know this is true for me, and I think I would imagine it's true for a lot of people. I don't want MP3s on my computer. I don't really have a CD player. I guess I do in my car, but I don't have a spot in my house to collect CDs. So I don't, and I pay for a subscription to a streaming service. So my budget for listening to music, recorded music, is $12 a month for Spotify. And I get an amazing deal with that. I get all I want streaming to millions of songs, tens of millions of songs, who knows? More songs than I could ever listen to in a lifetime. And not only more songs than I could ever listen to at a time, but I don't think I've ever looked up a song that I wanted to hear and didn't find it on Spotify. So selling like the dollar value of an MP3 file is like not worth a lot to a lot of people. It's not that the music itself isn't worth something to them, but the MP3 file itself is, to a lot of people, pretty worthless. So I chose to be stuck for years. Say, oh, you can't make money on original music. And actually, through my streams, maybe a couple months ago, I did a stream about creative merchandise, about how I realized bands, for the most part, their merchandise is t-shirts, CDs. And they don't see the possibility of being creative with creating other things to sell, other things people might get value out of. And then maybe 2 months ago, see, it's September, yeah, probably in July, I had this idea, maybe this was June and July, of writing a book and having a book that goes along with the album. And then I didn't act on that idea. I did a little bit of writing. Well, I write every day, but I didn't start to take the steps to put it together. And now this week, well, 2 weeks ago, last time I had a coaching session, I committed to doing things to generate income for myself. And in this Wealth Warrior book, Steve Chandler says, if you can serve people on an 11 out of 10, excuse me, you can serve people on an 11 out of 10, that's how you generate wealth. Make something that has so much value that it'll snowball into more value. So I thought, well, this music is worth a lot in terms of like, I know it's really good, and getting the people to hear it, they will like it and want to hear more of it. But the business model of get people to hear it and more of it until eventually I have 20 million streams on something and then I get $10,000 really sucked. Really was demotivating and felt impossible. But creating a book that's associated with the music. I've got 2 chapters on 2 of the songs right now. I'm gonna have a chapter on every song, plus I've written, I don't know, maybe 7 other chapters. I have like 36 pages on different life lessons. I think it's going to be tremendously valuable. And a book is, people still buy books. I mean, even with audiobooks and stuff, like I'm still a book reader. I like reading off a screen. I like owning a book, having a bookshelf, and just having something associated with the music. It seems like something that $20 to me occurs as a very cheap way to get a book associated with 5 amazing, a book to help you live a better life associated with 5 amazing songs. And everybody I've told about and shown my my working draft to has been amazed. And people have already been asking me about pre-orders. And I'm very excited because I think I know 200 people who want to buy it. That means there's probably another 200 people that I know that also want to buy it that I just haven't considered yet. And then there's probably another 200 people 1 degree away who want to buy it. And there's probably another 200 people who know me that I don't know that want to buy it. That's a lot of money coming in right there. And it's about the money in a sense, because that's going to give me the freedom to write more music, create more videos, create more value, serve people deeper, and have it reach more people. But it's not, that's secondary to, oh my gosh, I think this book and this music can help a lot of people. And I think they go together. And it's a way of being creative with the merchandise where it's more than just let's put our band name on a t-shirt so that people can free advertise for us. And it's more than just, oh, let's sell a CD so people who like us can give us money to support us. It's like, how pointless is it to sell a CD that people just like put in a closet and forget about and never actually use? The CD never spins, gets worn, the CD never even has a chance to get worn down. But a book is something a book with really useful, valuable, insightful information in it. Something people can really use. And I suppose I had this idea a few months ago, but ideas aren't worth anything until they're put into action. And right now, this book I'm getting close to 40 pages deep. I think I might actually be over that because just formatting stuff. And I think it's going to be like a 100-page book that's going to transform people's lives. And it's standing on the shoulders of action I've already taken. I have the album recorded, mixed and mastered. The music is done. And I've been journaling almost daily for 3 years. So I've been writing a lot, and also the almost daily live streams for 200 days or whatever it's been has given me a chance to come up with a lot of my chapter titles are things I took from the stream, lessons I've shared on this stream. Now I'll just get a way to quantify to put them in the book. And yeah, I'm just very excited about that. I'm very excited for this show on the 22nd. It's starting to feel real. Starting to feel like the things I'm doing to raise awareness about it are working. Excited Richard's coming in for it. And yeah, I'm just creating things that are going to really, really help people. And I'm going to be a wealth warrior, as Steve Chandler says. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the stream. I'm almost home from my run. If you are in Chicago or within driving distance to Chicago, get your ticket for the show at Epiphany Center for the Arts on the 22nd. It's going to be an amazing show. I can guarantee you that. The band's all really excited. And yeah, the main lesson of today is action. The only way to change your life is through action. And there's another discussion about the insight that comes before action, because sometimes the reason we're not in action is because of the story we have surrounding the actions, where we either have a story about, well, the action I want to take is impossible. Hello, Ilya. I'm almost done here. Or whatever. So, there's a caveat that insight and story change. Oh, it's okay. I haven't done them in a couple days. So you actually haven't missed much. Yeah. If there's some goal you have that you're not reaching. Oh, you started school. Yeah, I haven't done it in a few days. Well, I hope school's going well. I hope you're having fun. So I'll just say this about home. A great question to ask yourself is, what's one small step of courage I could take today to bring me closer to the life of my dreams? And humble yourself to take the smallest step possible. You know, let's say you want to write a novel. You might be tempted to say, today, I'm going to write a chapter of my novel. But chapter is actually might be a pretty big step. Is it possible that if you're not in the habit of writing, going from I don't write to writing a chapter is a lot? So maybe your small step of courage is, I'm going to write a sentence. But also that might be too much. Be humble enough. Well, this is a hypothetical for you if you're writing a novel. So I think you just got here. Yeah, but I'm actually almost done with a book I'm writing about how to be creative. So it's not a novel. I suppose it falls in the self-help book category. But yeah, maybe you want to write a novel. Maybe your small step of courage is to go to the store and buy a notebook and buy a pen. Or maybe you have a notebook. Maybe your small step of courage is just to open the notebook or set the notebook on your desk. So be humble enough to take a really, really small step. And yeah, if you're in the Chicago area, come to our show on the 22nd. It's going to be amazing. Have a good day, everyone.